The letter from Grace Bedell. In the year 1860, the United States was on the brink of a civil war, and the fight for freedom and equality was beginning to take shape. Among the many voices calling for change was Abraham Lincoln, a humble lawyer from Illinois, who had recently announced his candidacy for President of the United States. His campaign was met with mixed reactions, but he was determined to address the nation's divisions, particularly the issue of slavery. During this time, a young girl named Grace Bedell, who was just 11 years old, lived in the small town of Westfield, New York. Grace was an observant and thoughtful child, and she was deeply troubled by the injustice of slavery that she saw around her. One day, inspired by her convictions, she decided to write a letter to Abraham Lincoln, a man she believed could change the course of history. In her letter, Grace candidly expressed her thoughts. She told Lincoln that he would look more like a president if he grew a beard, but more importantly, she urged him to consider the fate of the enslaved people. She wrote, "You would look a great deal better. If you will let your whiskers grow, I will not cut mine." She ended the letter with a heartfelt plea, asking him to help free the slaves. Lincoln received Grace's letter while he was on the campaign trail. He was charmed not only by the young girl's earnestness, but also by her courage to speak her mind. He took her words to heart and replied to her letter, thanking her for her advice and sharing his thoughts about the matter. He even said he would consider growing a beard, acknowledging her request. As the election approached, Lincoln indeed grew a beard, and he became known for his distinctive appearance. He was elected as the 16th President of the United States, and he faced the daunting task of leading a nation divided by civil strife. In 1863, after the Emancipation Proclamation was issued, Lincoln received a visit from Grace Bedell, who had written him a letter expressing her admiration and joy for the changes taking place. They met in person, and Grace, now a teenager, had the opportunity to see the man whose heart she had touched with her words. Lincoln greeted her warmly and thanked her for her support, saying, "You helped me become president." Conclusion. Grace Bedell's letter to Lincoln is a testament to the power of individual voices in the grand narrative of history. Her courage to reach out and her belief in justice resonated deeply with a man who was also fighting against the greatest injustice of his time. In the end, the story reminds us that even the smallest voices can inspire monumental change. As we reflect on Grace's simple yet profound action, let us remember that courage, no matter how small, can indeed change the course of history. This story beautifully encapsulates the intersection of innocence, courage, and the quest for justice during a pivotal moment in American history, making it an engaging and heartwarming narrative.